Alrighty, guys. Good morning. Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. I hope you're all doing well. What can I say? We all know where gas is going and everything else. I mean, I just cannot get over the fact that we're paying so much for gas. This is getting out of hand, way out of hand. But anyway, guys, all right, we're here and we're gonna be doing we're gonna be showcasing 3 Rghs that I did so far. I got a ton that I got to do. In fact, I got a dual land and everything else. But we got 3 here that we're going to do. All these are up on Alliance servers. Hey, bro. That's good, Chad. Like I said, man, I'm glad that you love it, brother. I really am. That's cool. That's really nice to hear. I'm happy that you're enjoying it. There's a lot of stuff out there that people don't even know about, and they haven't even tapped the resources of these things yet. You know, they have no clue. You know, there's so much. But anyway, this one, you know, all 3 of them are up on Alliance servers. They all have Purge for GTA 5. They all have Buffington's mod menu for GTA 4. Yeah, various mods for the BO series and Call of Duty series, as well as College Football Revamped for NCAA 14, version 17.1, and also we have our one-button updater where you can update, you know, College Football Revamped with one button right from the Xbox. You don't have to mess around with PC files or anything like that. Okay, and it puts it all in the right place for you and all that kind of stuff, so you don't have to worry about updating. So when CFBR updates, it will pop up a notification that there's a new update available, and you're ready to go. All right, but anyway, needless to say, we're going to be sending these out this afternoon. All right. You're going to get tracking numbers for all of these things, okay? Also, please pay attention to the link I sent you for the startup setup video if you're new to this, because you need to watch that. You really, really need to watch that. And yeah, I know, Chad, there's so much stuff out there that it's like mind-boggling. And you're sitting there going like, wait a minute, there's so many mod menus and everything. That link that I sent you, that's just like crazy with mod menus. I mean for all kinds of stuff. But be careful putting in mod menus, guys. Make sure that the mod menu is updated to 17.559 kernel. And also, when you put multiple mod menus in, sometimes one mod menu will affect another one. So if you wind up with a fatal crash with multiple plugins, you need to remove one plugin at a time and find out which one is causing the crash. Because some of them, they share the same base address, or they're sharing the same memory location, and that's a no-no with a Power PC, and that's what an Xbox 360 is, nothing but a Power PC, okay? This is just an unlocked Power PC, that's all it is, okay? So, you know, this thing will do exactly what you tell it to do, and it will happily do it without any warnings or anything. So if you tell it to run off a cliff, it will do that, okay? And it will look at you smiling while it's falling to its death, okay? So please be careful with what you put on there, all right? Be very careful. So anyway, we got here Mr. Fernando Marquez. Okay, now, it's in the air tonight, Fernando. The star is so bright, Fernando. Oh my God. All right, anyway, I'm sorry, off track. Okay, Fernando went ahead. He purchased a console off the website from us. Fernando, here it is. It's a slim model. Okay, we got you all set up. It's a 250 gig drive, Rgh Stream, shipless install. Okay, firing it up. And yes, I did your ROL for you. It's all blue, okay, like you wanted. As you can see, the thing boots like a beast, okay? And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what you got here, okay? So that way then you all know what the hell is going on, all right? Now, we're booting up into Aurora, okay? And I do these videos just to show you your system working online on my router. Now, when you get these things, guys, with Xfinity routers, be very careful, because for some reason with Xfinity, there's a special setup that you have to do in order for it to get online. Okay, this is a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi adapter, so you better make sure that you have a 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, you know, band on your router besides the 5G. All right, and also if you have a problem with seeing your network, go up 2 channels or go down 2 channels on the bandwidth. Okay, you can set that all up in your router. You need to look at your router instructions. Okay. So anyway, all right, there's our one-button updater, okay, and not now. We're going to ask later. You know, this is the latest version of CFBR. If it works fine with no problems with lag or anything like that, leave it alone. If it doesn't, download the update, okay? That's simple, all right, because there's a score bug that they use the new one and they still have the old one, and the new one sometimes causes a lag on these. So you might want to go back to the old scoreboard if you get a score bug. If you get a lag, you can look at the College Football Revamped GitHub, and it will explain all that to you. Okay, just Google College Football Revamped GitHub. Okay, in Google, and it'll come up. Click on it, and there's a whole ton of stuff on there. All right, so and you need to read about it anyway. All right, because if you're gonna mod with College Football Revamped, okay, there's also tools for the PC that you can use on this thing, and all kinds of stuff, so please look at that GitHub, all right? Now, all right, so here we go. All right, we're going to start off here at Xbox 360, okay? Now, as you can see, we start off at the dashboard, and we work our way through. We got a lot of Battlefield, Call of Duties on here, okay? Your Gears of War series, your Grand Theft series, yes, including Grand Theft Auto 4. That's got Buffington's mod menu on it, and yes, you can go online with it, and yes, you can go into multiplayer with it, okay? So if you're missing GTA 5, okay, you're missing the online play, you can go to Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, from what I understand with GTA 5, someone is making a plug-in, okay? And, I don't know how far along it is right now, but I saw a demonstration of it working online, okay? Now, it goes peer-to-peer, of course, all right? And, it doesn't use the Rockstar server. But if it goes peer-to-peer, that means that you're going to be able to get back online with this, playing it. So, just to let you know, all right? There's something in the works going on. I'll go into detail once it gets further along, all right? So anyway, your Halo series, and of course NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, okay? And we're back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade, you got a ton of Live Arcade in here, all right? There's a lot to choose from there. And you have your homebrew section where your tools reside, all right? You've got your classic games. You got a couple classic games on here. Now, to play classic games and to play the full versions of XBLA, you have to put the console into bypass mode. I explained that in the startup setup video, so please watch that whole video. It explains a lot about this console, okay? Now, you got your indie games on here, so you got a couple indie games. I love games with cleavage, so there you go. All right? And then, of course, you have emulators on there. Oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff on here. This is only a 250 gig drive. Okay, you can get all the way up to 2 terabyte, and that's insane. There's more stuff on it. You won't be able to play all the stuff on there in your lifetime. Okay, it's nuts. All right. So anyway, you got your NES emulator on there. You got Game Boy Advance. You got Sega, and you got MAME. Okay. There's over 8,000 ROMs on this thing. Okay, that you can play with classic games and all that kind of good stuff. All right. Now, we're going to make sure that it gets up and online, and how we're going to do that is we're going to go to the Xbox 360 dashboard. We're going to go to the original dashboard. Okay, and as you can see, we've got the placard here. Hello again, Fernando. Oh, it's in the air tonight. Oh, man, no. Okay, anyway, welcome to Alliance. We're good. Stand with the Ukraine. You got that right, okay? And you currently have 120 reserve days left. Reserve days is simply this. All right, it means that when the Xbox is on, the timer's ticking on the server, okay? When you turn it off, guess what? The server timer shuts down. Okay, so then that way, then you're not wasting days, and you don't have to worry about days running out and all that other stuff. I just don't believe in that. I believe in reserved days. You got it, so you're going to get those days. It's that simple. All right, so got it, good. Bypass the sign in, and as you can see, we're up, we're online, and we're live. When we don't get a black screen here, and we get this, that means we're online. Okay, now as you can see, all right, we're good on the KBs on band. Reserve days, 120 reserve days left. Okay, and as you can see, here's our mod menus. These are our off hosts that work online. Okay, so to disable a cheat, if you want to disable it, hit A. If you want to enable it, hit A. Very simple. Okay, and before you start the game, by the way. Okay, so just so you know. All right, now we'll bring this back here. We'll go back to Xbox Home, and there you have it. All right. So Fernando, my friend, thank you very, very much for your business. I really do appreciate it. Okay, and we're going to be shipping it off this afternoon, all right, along with a slew of them that I got, all right, and I'm building more today, so like I said, so, I got a ton I got to do. I had some doctor's appointments, earlier in the week, so it's been a little crazy for me, but, I'll get back on. Don't worry, guys, it's all good, all right? So anyway, thank you so much, Fernando, for your business. I greatly do appreciate it, brother. We're going to say goodbye to Fernando now, and now what we have here, okay, is another one here. Now, this one here was sent in by Mr. Austin Steiner. Now, Austin went ahead and he went and he did a send-in, but he had some problems with this thing, okay? This one here, all right, as you can see, it's a little dare to be different, okay? I mean, he painted it and everything. It looks pretty good, actually. But he sent this in. The disk drive didn't work, all right? It had problems reading the discs and everything, so I fixed that. Okay, we RGH3'd it, okay? And then I went ahead, we loaded the hard drive up and all that kind of good stuff. And I took out that family settings that was pesky for you, okay? So now it doesn't have family settings anymore, all right? So we got a nice clean NAND. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to boot this thing up. And yes, I also did your ROL mod, what you wanted. So as you can see, you have your purple, and then you've got your 7-color changing fading center. All right, so that's what you wanted. That's what you got. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to go through this, and then I'm going to also show you that the drive works and all that kind of good stuff. Let me sync this controller up here. It takes it a minute to connect up to the server. There you go. Life is good. Welcome to Alliance. Okay. Not now. Ask me later. This one again is a 250 gig complement. Okay. So now pretty much it's going to be the same thing that you've seen before. All right. You got all your games on there. Everything that you want. Okay. You got your Xbox Live Arcade. You got your homebrew section. You have your classic games. You have your indie games. You have your emulators. Okay. Now we're going to make sure that it gets online. All right, I'm going to fire that up. We're going to hit the dashboard, make sure everything's cool. And yes, it is. All right, you're online. When you get that placard, you know that you're online. Life is good. And there we are. Our guide and also our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. Okay, the ones highlighted are the ones that are running. We're going to be doing an update shortly to Alliance. There's going to be a couple more cheats available, and also we're going to have no KV mode, which you can turn on and off. So if your console is banned or whatever, well, you could turn it off. You can turn off the KV, and guess what? You're going to be back online because, in our server, we're going to be supplying the KVs within the server itself. Okay, so then that way, then you don't have to worry about a KV anymore. All right. So anyway, we're going to go back to Xbox Home now, and now what I'm going to do, all right, is just to show you that the drive is working here. All right, we have in my possession here. Let's see here. I'll use this one right here. Okay, sorry about that. We have a game. Okay, this is the game. Okay? Saints Row, get out of hell. All right, now I'm going to take this disc out of here. Notice my fingers never leave my hand. Okay, there you go. All right, now. Oh, cool, Nick. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, now, like I said, he had a problem with this thing. It wasn't reading discs or anything like that. So I rebuilt the drive, and what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you this right here. We're going to hit the eject. Yes, it opens up nice and smooth now also. And then we're going to hit the eject again. All right, now, as you can see right here, it's checking disk. All right, hopefully now it's going to find it. And there it goes, reading Xbox 360. And there you go, Saints Row, get out of hell, okay? Load to launch, hold to launch, okay? Whoops. So we'll hit hold to launch. There we go. And we'll launch it and make sure everything works. Hopefully. And there you are, okay? Now, as you can see, it plays, okay? So, we're good to go. Now, I'm going to show you something else too, okay? Let's say, all right, you have, your discs, like this one right here or whatever, okay? Now, okay, as you can see, we have a disc here. Now, let's say, all right, now I'm doing this because a lot of people don't know this, okay, or they don't know how to do it, all right? You can rip this disc right to the hard drive, okay, by simply doing this. Hitting the back button, going to File Manager, okay? Hitting the RB, and now we're over on this slot right here, right? We go down to DVD. Now, look at that. There is all of it. There is all the stuff for that disc, right? So, we don't want a copy system update because it's already been updated, so you don't need to have that on a hard drive. That's just wasted space, okay? So what you would do is you would just mark these with X, just like this, right? And then what you would do is you would hit copy. Then what you would do is you would hit LB. Then you would go over to HDD1. Then you would go over to games. Then you would make a directory very easily by doing this right here. All right? And you would it would be the, you just go ahead and let's say Saints Row, let's say, I'm just going to call it GAT right now just to show you here. Okay? We'll call it GAT. just for the hell of it. Okay? Now, I made the directory GAT. We go into directory GAT, right? And then what do? There's nothing there. So we bring this over here. We bring this down to paste. Now, watch this. Paste. Yes. And there we go. And now it's copying it to the hard drive, okay? In which you will be able to play. Now, I'm going to hit a board, of course, because this hard drive is full already. So, we're just going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to delete this here now. Okay, good, it's gone. All right. Now, what you would do is after you finish writing the disk to the hard drive, what you would do is then you would come on over, and then you would hit the start button. You would go to content, and then what you would do is you would hit scan now. Once you scan it, it'll come up on Aurora, and then you can download your title update and your artwork, and pretty much you're good to go, and you can play the game right off the hard drive. So that way, then you don't have to worry about scratching discs and all that kind of good stuff. Okay. So anyway, needless to say, that's how that works. Okay. So now, all right. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to hit eject. All right. And pretty much you are good to go. All right. So anyway, there you go. So now your drive works. Everything works the way it should. And life is grand. All right. So, needless to say, Austin, thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. I'm glad I could fix the disk drive on it. I'm glad I could fix all that stuff for you. All right. And get it all squared away. All right. So thank you very, very much. And we're going to be shipping it off this afternoon, my friend. Now, I got one more here. Okay. This one here is going to be Mr. Garrett Marcanto, which happened to be a repair. What happened was his capacitors on it took a crap. The damn thing wouldn't power on. It had all kinds of issues and all kinds of crap and every freaking thing else under the sun. So I told Garrett, I was like, send it in, bud. We'll take care of it for you. So we did. Garrett, here it is. We'll fire it up. Notice it starts up now. Okay. Notice it boots now too. Okay. You gotta love these things. Yeah, you know, I mean, you gotta realize something too. These consoles, they are from 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. Some of them 2014. You know, and I mean, and there's sometimes when they do wear out, stuff happens. You know, I mean, but anyway, you know, as long as you have a knowledgeable person that knows what they're doing and can find the problem with it, it's pretty much easily fixable, okay? But, you know, I mean, sometimes people don't even think about that. They just throw it away. Then again, though, you know, with GPU repairs or replacements or whatever, if you're really into it, you know, you got to realize something. To do this, not actually to reball, but to replace an XG CPU, you have to take the original one. You have to remove it off the board. You got to use the proper equipment to do it. And then you got to put a new one on there and everything else. It costs money and it takes time. Okay, so sometimes the repair outweighs the cost of replacement. You know what I'm saying? And then also you get a new XG CPU. Okay, you put it on there, right? You're still dealing with capacitors that are older and all this kind of good stuff. So you might as well get to them too, because if not, you know what's going to happen. Okay, the weakest link in the chain is going to break. So needless to say, you know, be careful with what you do. All right, now. Okay, not now. Ask me later. Okay? So anyway, Garrett, as you can see, everything is the way it should be. Everything is working properly. All right? Got all your stuff on there. Okay? There you go. Everything is working the way it should. No problems. No freezing. No nothing. Everything's working good. Emulators, so on and so forth. And there we are. We'll hit the dashboard, make sure everything's good and up and online, in which you are, got it good. And of course, all of your user accounts are there and everything. And pretty much you're all good to go. So Garrett, listen, brother, thank you again for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. I'm glad I could fix it for you and get it going for you. And glad that there was nothing really crazy serious with it. And, it's all good. So listen, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. I got to get back to building consoles because I've got so many to build. So anyway, you all take it easy and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Take care, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Be safe. Be kind. Remember to rewind and watch the gas prices because you ain't seen nothing yet. Talk to y'all later.